this is my center front. So this is my waist, my hip and everything. This is basically the skirt pattern or skirt block. All right, so here I measured 1 inch in, okay, from the center back. So, and here I'm going to be adding paper to the center front to make up for the wrap nature of the skirt. Okay, it's a wrap skirt, the front is a wrap. All right, so and before I go onto the wrap drafting, I'm going to be extracting a band from the main skirt pattern, and it's going to be 1.5 inches from the waistline, but I came down by 1/2 inch first. Okay, so and from the 1/2 inch mark I'm going to be measuring down 1.5 inches. All right, so just 1.5 inches from the center front, and here and here and here, like that, and I will rule it, you know. And of course the darts there has to be folded in first before you carve it out, I mean. So, and after that I will be adding some paper at the center front. Okay, so this is basically what I will do, and it's going to be like 5 inches. I am done with the extension on the center front. You can see this is actually the center front. I extended it by 5 inches. You can reduce yours to like 4 inches. So, and I also removed a band of 1.5 inches. From here to here is 1.5 inches. This is center front, so I actually got it from here. So what I did was I folded the darts, okay, and after folding, of course I had already measured 1.5 inches out before I decided to cut it. You understand? So this is it. So this is going to be the band, and here I have my back band as well. So what I did was just to do the same thing, just what I did here. I measured out 1.5 inches from the waistline down. Okay, you know, I said that anytime you are making a skirt, just a skirt, not a dress, make sure that you reduce the waist to hip measurement by 1 inch. So if you're making a dress and you are used to using 9 inches as your hip depth or your waist to hip measurement, then if you're making ordinary skirts, I mean just skirts, then ensure you reduce this length by 1. It's not compulsory, but it adds, for me, I think it's the best. So when I'm making a skirt, only skirt, I reduce my hip depth by 1 inch. Some designers even go as far as 1.5, but I think 1 is fine. Okay, so this is my center back and this is my zipper. So here, I'm going to cut 2 of this. But, sorry, I'm going to cut 4 of this. You know, this back is in 2. Right, left, 2 panels for the back. So that's why this has to be 4. Okay? But out of these 4, you are going to separate 2. Okay, so that means 2 here, 2 here. What am I saying? Yes. So these 2, one will be joined to complete the length here. And of course, the other one will be joined to complete the length on the other panel. Okay? Then we are left with 2. Then that 2, ensure that you remove the zipper allowance. Cut it off. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to be explaining this later, how you're going to join it. Okay? I'm going to be, you know, altering the pattern in a way. Okay? So here, of course, this is the side, this is the side. I do not need this. So I'll just mark this side just for me to avoid confusion, really. Okay, so now I will come here. From this point, I'll come down by 5 inches from here. You remember that I have removed the band, and the band is 1.5. So if I should come down by 5 inches, that means automatically I have come down by 6.5, because of course adding the 1.5 to the 5. So I'll just measure 5.5 here, or I can even do 7, so it will be like 5.5 from this point down, 5.5. Okay, so and this point I'm going to just curve it round to the end point here, right? So I'll just come here, maybe from here now I'll come in by like 2 or 3 inches on the hemline, just come in this way from the side front, 3. So, and I will draw it like this. Join it to this point. So I hope you can see the line. So this is how it looks. This is how I want mine. So if you want yours to be higher, then you can, instead of making this curve deeper than this, then you just shallow the curve in a way. You take it up and connect it this way. So this curve depends on what you want, you know. So I haven't made this skirt before, but I just want to believe that I should have a say on the kind of, you know, end product that I want, the kind of results that I want to achieve. So that's why I did it this way. So probably by the time I make and I discover is, maybe I can adjust it next time. But for now, I think I want to go by what I have here. Okay. So because there is an opening here, that means I should be able to walk without any problem, right? So I want to shapen the center back more by going inside into the pattern. You know, I told you that I went in from here 1 inch. So of course, you know, normally I should be creating a vent here, but because there's a little opening at the front, so I don't really think I need to do this. So I'm going in by half. Then you can go in by 2 inches, please. If you want to go in by 2 inches, you are very free. I'll measure half an inch from here. So from this half an inch, I'll connect to this point. Then I can connect this point to this point. So I'll just measure half inch more here. So here I'll just blend this place, this point. I will blend it. I won't make it too pointed, just the way it's looking right now. So this is what I have, and I can now remeasure my zipper allowance from this point, okay? And my zipper allowance is 3/4 of an inch, okay? To soften this, any point or any area that looks pointed, please ensure you soften it with a soft curve, right? So I just want to remove these lines so to avoid confusion. Okay, now so this is what I have, and I feel that I can begin with the cowl illustration. I'll pick, let me remove little out of. So I'll pick a point here, just in the middle of this. I'll mark it, right? Then before the dart, I'll pick a point. Then, okay, let me, because I have this dart as a point. So I'll just pick here. Then this is going to represent 1 point as well. So, and I'm going to pick a point here. So that's about 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So here is the side fronts. This is SF and this is SB, side front and side back, right? So I'll come to this point as well and do the same, the back, you know, close to the center back. I will pick a point, okay? Then I will pick a point here as well, right? And I will pick this dart is a point, right? And this also a point, okay? So now I want to do this instead of, because I have this place is more than this place, right? So what I will do, I will increase the point here. I'll make it 2 instead of 1. So I'll just pick a point here and clean this one I made and decide to pick a point here, okay? And I will do exactly the same thing. I will pick a point and I will pick a point, okay? So then I have how many points? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on both sides I have 1, 2, 3. Can you see? This is 1 point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have the same thing on the back as well. So right now I'm going to start connecting, okay? And with a deep curve, because according to the picture, the curves are deep enough to be able to give the effects that we are seeing. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So this is what I have, right? So, and I will make this line the center point, the meeting point of the curves. I hope you understand my point. So now I'm going to start with my pencil. This is the last point, and you connect it to the last point on the front. This is back, this is front. I hope we are not missing it. So this is F, this is B, right? So with my pencil, I'll begin to, you know, deepen the curve, right? So I can start from the first one. So the first one is going to be here to the last one on the back, right? So generously connect the curve, right? So this is it. Then here, the that to that. So because this is going to be a bit curvy, you are going to curve the dart as well, okay? So, but if you have more fabric, you can, you know, draw as more points as you like. Like now, I feel that there should be another point here, okay? There should be one here. There should be one here. There should be one here, okay? I think so far so good. This is not bad. This is not bad. So altogether, I have 5 folds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines. So it's not bad. And you can maybe create the last one here to make 6. To make 6, if you can, if you have the fabric to use. Then instead of, you know, making it look like V, you can just curve it, make it look curvy, make it look curvy. So far so good. I think it's not looking bad at all. Now if you are using this as a dress, maybe of course you have to join half scale bodies to the waist, right? You don't need a band. You don't need a band. But if you won't be confused by the time you're joining, you can just create a band for it on the waist. That means you will get the band. Instead of getting the band, extracting it from the skirt, you extract from the bodies, right? So that will help you bring all those folds together to become a complete dress at the end of the day, right? So this is all I have, and I am going to be cutting. So it's time for me to cut. This is my center back. And here I have my front. Okay, so, and I need to also indicate, because that by the time I start slashing, you know, and opening the panels up, or, you know, breaking it into pieces and all of that, it might be confusing in a way. So in order to avoid that, you need to, you know, write something on it, label it anyhow you want to. At least you should be able to remember what you have labeled or what you have written. Okay, so, and the first thing is to cut the excesses on the center back. Okay, so this part is not, and here is the hip line. I'm just writing H, 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 H. Well, I didn't really need to do that, but I just wanted to do it, just for me to be able to at least, you know, be aware of everything that I'm doing on this pattern. So here I'm going to be cutting. Okay, so as once I cut, I won't cut through completely. I will stop, you know, about 1/8 of an inch to the hand. Okay, so I'm trying to label the panels, because by the time I start cutting, everything will be in panels and pieces. So it's important I label them 1, 2, 3. So altogether I have about 7 panels. Okay, and here I don't need this area anymore, so I need to cut it out, which I have done right now. Okay, so I am left with what I want, what I have been craving for. So this is what I have, and right now I am cutting, separating the panels. So once you cut, then before you can now start arranging. All right, guys, I will be ending this tutorial at this point. Okay, there are a lot of things going on around me right now, and I do not want to be distracted. So I hope to complete this tutorial in my next video, and I pray and hope that at that time I would have been able to put myself together and complete this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video.